Greetings and welcome to Stunthangar Video Hangouts. My name is Charles Carter, and I'll be your host this evening. I want to extend to you my gratitude for you watching Stunthangar Video Hangouts. If you are watching this as a replay, I want you to know that I host these YouTube live streams every Monday and Friday evening, starting at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please make a note of this so you can watch or be part of the live stream. Excuse me, I got too excited. Plus, we have an after party following the live stream, which is sometimes better than the live stream portion. You must be a registered Stunthangar Forum member to find the link to be part of the live stream and the following after party. Here at Stunthangar Video Hangouts, we talk about building and flying model airplanes, sport flying, competition flying, and what you've been doing lately. To join our conversation, if you are already a member of Stunthangar Forum, you can find the link if you scroll down to the section called At the Bench. If you are not a member or not logged into Stunthangar Forum, the At the Bench link will not appear. If you are not a member, please register at stunthangar.com/SMF. That's stunthangar.com/SMF. That means Smart Men Flying, the SMF. That's courtesy of Jeff Riley, by the way. You must place a space between your real first and last name when you register. You must also use a valid email address or Sparky. The proprietor of Stunthangar will not approve you. If you're inclined to not come in, just enjoy watching us on YouTube, wonderful, fantastic. Please enter your questions or comments in the chat box, and I'll do my best to make your comments a part of the show. Understand, sometimes I can't get a word in myself, so be patient, and I will ask our illustrious panel your question or comment. By the way, you only can make comments or questions during a live stream. So like I said, I host these YouTube live streams every Monday and Friday evening, starting at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you find the Stunthangar Video Hangouts that I host, or the many building, flying, contest coverage that Sparky does on this platform informative and enjoyable, please give us a thumbs up. That means hit the thumbs up button. That's a like. And subscribe, and when you subscribe, hit the notification bell and select all, so that whether myself or Sparky's on, you'll be notified. Share the videos, comments. All these activities help the Stunthangar YouTube channel grow. Please consider joining Stunthangar's YouTube channel memberships, which start at just $4.99 a month, which is less than 17 cents a day. 17 cents a day. Okay, to join, hit that button down below. Okay, you can also show your support by using the super chat, which is located at the bottom of the chat box over here, and you can make donations there. You look at the big dollar sign and click on that, and then make your donation. Now, your support helps offset some of the expenses of running Stunthangar, and with your memberships, you'll get special badges that Sparky and I can see in the YouTube chat box, and unlimited replay of member-only videos. And once a month, Sparky has a question and answer show for members only. Now, this is Sparky's YouTube channel, and I'm in here twice a week. So if you want to get in touch with me, go to my YouTube channel, which is called Flying Control Line Stunt. That's Flying Control Line Stunt. All the letters are there. And place your comment or question on the 2019 AMA National Championship video, which Sparky shot of me flying his Junar XL, which is a beautiful flying plane, extremely light, one of the best planes I can remember ever flying. And if you do that, I'll be notified quickly, and I'll be able to respond to you right away. I want to thank you for your past, your present, and future support. You are making it happen. Please keep the conversations family room friendly. In other words, please don't use words or do things you wouldn't say or do around your own children or grandchildren. So without any further ado, I'm going to post the link at Stunthangar Forum right now. Let me click on that link. I posted it. I prepared this. So here we go. Post. So you should see a link there called Stunthangar Video Hangout, and it has today's date. You want to click on that one. And now I'm going to go to what I call the control panel. That's in Sparky's YouTube channel. Let's see here. Just give me a moment here. I have a couple clicks to go. And I'll be hopefully I know I'm expecting one new guest. That's Gerald Champ. I've been speaking to him, and we did a little test run earlier. If you see that test link, that's what I used earlier to help Gerald. Actually, his wife, she actually did it for him. Like a lot of men out here, we have smart wives, and they get us all set up. I see Tom is coming in. And let me get set up here. All right, so we have 10 concurrent viewers. Thank you so much. Have 8 likes so far. So the 2 of you, now we're up to 11. If you have not hit the like button, please smash that, push it, touch it, whatever you want to do, whatever your preference is, please do that. And Tom Ramble says, like provided. Thank you very much, Tom. And I see we have Tom is coming in, and then Gerald is coming in. Fantastic, great. So hopefully everybody had a good weekend and productive and was able to get in the shop, do some stuff, maybe even go flying. There you are, Gerald, look at you. You're in here.
Hi.
Fantastic. And I'm waiting for Tom. Tom Ramel. He's from, I always get his state mixed up. I think he's from, you'll probably have to tell me. I don't want to say the wrong one. Tom, I don't see your face. I just have your name there, and you're muted. Did you want to be muted and your video off? Okay. And then looks like I think this is probably let's see who this is. Hello. iPad 4. Who's iPad 4?
Hi.
Hi.
First time on here. I'm just sort of
Hey,
checking it out.
fantastic. Well, welcome. We have another gentleman here who's his first time in here too. Is Gerald. I didn't get your name. What's your name?
Brad.
Brad, welcome, Brad. And then we have Gary Sinclair coming in.
Where are you at, Charles?
I'm in Escondido, California.
Oh, okay.
And where are you from, Gerald? Where are you at?
Albany, Oregon.
All right. Yeah, we who else is from Oregon? I know Walter Hicks up there. I know Marshall Palmer. Those are the people I can think of right away. But I know that I met you at the Golden State Stunt Championship, like I told you when we talked on the phone.
Yeah.
And so anyways, I went flying today. I was out there with my Strega, which has a Stalker 81. And I'm actually did some prop testing. I am going to put the right prop on there to get me the kind of engine run I want. Before, when I campaigned the plane, I just ran it in pretty much a 4 cycle the whole time, running low RPMs with a 3-blade prop with a lot of pitch, and that worked okay. But I'm looking for a more more typical stunt run. When you raise the nose up, it goes into a 2 cycle. I want to try that. Not try that. I'm trying to get rid of that word try, because either you do or you don't do it. If you don't try, there's no try. Anyways, Mark Lumen says, gotcha liked. Thank you, Mark Lumen. And SD70 ACE fan NS. He says, hello. I remember your handle. It's been a while since you've been in. Thanks for coming in. So, and Gerald, how you doing? I mean, Gary, how you doing, Gary?
Good, good.
All right.
It's Gerald.
Gerald,
Um,
and then I called
Doing
Gary.
good. Doing.
And then Tom Rammel. This is Tom Rammel. So we have, now there's 5 of us in here. And has anybody done anything with their planes or in their shop lately?
I'm working on a barnstormer.
Oh, very good. So at what stage are you at with the construction?
Oh, I got the wing is built and the tail surfaces are built and doped and ready to cover. I haven't built the fuselage yet because I've been waiting for a Fox 35 for it, and I finally found one, so I'm good to go there. We had a fun fly in Salem Saturday. It was pretty nice. A little cold, but there's about 15 guys showed up and did some mostly sport flying. But it was good get together, good to see people and hang out.
Yeah, that is very cool. That's pretty good turnout for a fun fly, 15. How many circles did you guys have set up?
Oh, just the one.
Oh, then you guys were busy.
Yeah. Yeah, there was somebody flying all the time, but there wasn't a contest really. It was just a fun fly get together. The Northwest clubs, or at least the ones in Oregon, they have these fun flies scheduled once a month during these winter months. And the first one starts out on January 1st up in Portland. And the next one goes down to Roseburg. We get one in Salem, and the next one will be in Eugene.
Very good. Are you
And
planning
then
on going to the Northwestern Regionals?
Yes.
Very good. Hey, John. John, your mic is muted.
Not
There you go.
anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Hi, John.
John, do you know Gerald Champ?
Oh yeah.
Oh, hi, John.
How you doing?
Pretty good. Boy, it's been a while.
Oh, it's been a long while.
Yeah,
Shucks, how you been?
good.
You looking good?
You know, old age and all that stuff.
Yeah, we're all getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of an old man's club in a way.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Did I welcome you, Lynn? Because you are very welcome to come
Hey,
in.
guys. Nice to
Hey,
meet.
Lynn.
Nice
Hey,
to meet
Lynn.
you, Gerald. I've never met you, but good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you.
Yeah, when I called Gerald, I told him that Wendy Arnowski mentions his name on some of the videos.
Yes, he
I
does
said-
quite
I said,
regularly.
Yeah, see, Gerald, you're famous.
You're a household name.
Yeah. Yeah. I chatted with Wendy quite a bit. I think I have the credentials that I graduated from Wendy University.
That's
Um,
awesome.
I had all his videos and everything, and I drew a couple of plans for him. So, yeah,
That's
I got to
outstanding.
be pretty good friends with Wendy.
That's great.
What planes did you draw for him?
The tsunami.
Oh, wow.
And let's see, I started the I can't think of it now. I saw somebody flying one just the other day back in the Midwest. It escapes me right now.
It'll come to you.
Yeah, probably tomorrow sometime.
Yeah, probably you have to show you. Now, was it a twin? Do you remember? Was it a twin or was it a single engine?
It was a single engine.
Testarossa.
Testarossa? I think that was Les Demet.
That was less Demet. Would it have
Yeah,
been Strega?
I can't remember this right now. I know the tsunami was the first one,
Okay.
and
So maybe Miss Ashley?
possibly, yeah.
That's
I
what was
actually have
thinking.
the plans for most of them. Would your name be on there?
No,
Okay.
No, my name never got filtered into it.
Okay.
That happened to you too. Who else that happened? It happened to somebody on the what build was that? I remember he felt so bad he forgot to put his name on the
Bob Brookins.
Yeah, Bob Brookins on the he had listed everybody on the not the wheel pants, but the spats. And he didn't, and he forgot Bob.
I was on it was actually on the wing.
On the wing? Okay. Which plane was that?
It might be the one that I have, the Novanta.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll
Hey,
take a
Tran,
look.
thanks for
I'll take a
coming in.
look. Hang on.
All right.
Got me some new T-shirts today, but they're too political to show here today.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can put it on in the after party.
Yeah.
So Gerald, we have what's called an after party. So right now we're streaming live, just so you know, this is being streamed on YouTube, Gerald. And then about at 9 o'clock my time, I turn off the live stream, and that segment's called the after party. And then we kind of
Gets wild.
It gets wild. Yeah.
Who let the dogs out?
I pulled back the
Oof,
curtain.
oof, oof.
I pulled back the curtain, and it gets crazy.
All the dancing girls are back there.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw the curtains moving a little.
Yeah, yeah.
So, is it Brett? I'm so sorry because you have that name iPad 4 as your handle on this.
Yeah, I
screen.
don't know how to change it.
Hey, Brad. What's going
Hey,
on?
Lenny.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Hey, Charles, this is a good buddy of mine, Brad Lapointe from Canada. He
Oh,
just lives
wow.
up the
I've
road
heard the
from me.
name. Well, fantastic, Brett. Thanks for coming in. Oh,
No,
Brad.
I-
Excuse me.
See,
Yeah.
you got a feline admirer there.
I have lots of felines around here. I live on a farm. We got lots of cats.
I don't live, well, actually I live in a rural area and I got about 6 of the darn things. And another one hanging around the front door wanting to move in.
Well, they will.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Oh, I know.
Hey, Mike. Mike,
Michael.
thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Hey, guys.
Night.
So we have we have 2 new guests, Mike. We have Gerald Champ, and we also have Brad Lapointe.
Well, I just happen to know both those gentlemen. Well, I haven't met Gerald personally, but I sold him a Super Tiger 51 about a year ago, I think, right? G51, maybe 2 years, I don't know. And Brad Lapointe from Kanekistan, I had the pleasure of meeting at Huntersville when he came down and flew combat with us and flew stunt as well. And then I think I ran into you at a Detroit contest one weekend with the McKenzie brothers as well. So both these gentlemen should know me. I remember meeting your wife at Huntersville, and she flew basic flight when she was there, right?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. And I know you're familiar with all the derelict, decrepit Detroit combat guys, because you guys made the trip over there quite a bit. So
Okay.
again, Brad and Gerald, I hope the Super Tiger worked out for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Excellent.
still in the box.
All right. Len, good to see you. Tom,
Hey,
good.
Mike, how are you, buddy?
Tryon, you got to stop blowing my phone up with texts, man. I see your posts on
I'm sorry.
on the control line group, so I get double messages.
You get the preview, man.
Oh, I get the preview. Okay. I get them before
That's
anybody else.
after. That's kind of after the.
Okay. All right. No, it's cool, man. I'm just messing with you, man. I'm just
Goodness.
messing. I'm glad it all came out looking good for you.
Man, I'm so happy. I'm stoked with it.
So you have one more to put in the molds before Romania, or you got one more to put in the molds? So that'll be number 4
Or, yeah.
to take to Romania. So when you come back and we get everything calmed down,
Yeah.
mine will be number 5 in the molds when I can get down there and work with you.
No, the thing number 5 is gonna be my backup for the world champ.
Okay, so mine will be number 6 in the molds. I'm trying to get on the list.
All the time we'll do it, man. Yeah.
I'm trying to get on the list, Tryon. That's I just want to secure my place on the list. That's all.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, Charles, I'm going to turn my mic off. I'm doing some house cleaning. I'm cleaning the shop. Cleaning house. I'm throwing stuff away. I'm shipping stuff to people. I'm going to be making noise, so I'm just going to turn my mic off while I'm. You guys should clean your shops too sometime because it's amazing what you find in there.
You're not
It's
kidding. I'm
amazing.
afraid of what I might find.
I just did that. Yeah, I just did it myself not long ago.
I've been going for about 4 hours today, and man, I've got actually workbench space now. Nice clean workbenches up. Well, not the main one. The main one's not clean, but the other ones up there are very nice. And I found all kinds of stuff I forgot I had. So clean your shops, guys. It comes in handy once in a while.
Absolutely. Well, let me welcome Brendan. Hey, Brendan, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Hey, good evening.
What are you working on?
I'm just making some templates of some parts and pieces using some cardboard to trace things out and make templates so that, you know, in the future I have the stuff and can just make it straight out of balsa or whatnot, my own pieces without having to recreate things.
So what is that you're making templates out of? Is it cardboard, you said?
Yeah, just using cereal boxes. I got that idea from Pete Klepsik, I think, who's at the Brodak events a lot. He's a scale guy, but he kind of told me that, like, hey, as you're going to make things or the wing ribs or whatnot, you know, just make templates of a lot of stuff. And he suggested using cereal boxes. So it's a cereal box that.
Yeah, that works because I have kids, and so I have cereal boxes. I'm throwing them out all the time.
No, don't throw them out. You know what you do with those too?
What's that?
You make epoxy cardboards out of them.
Yeah.
I have an ice cream tub and it's full of cardboard squares for epoxy. So they're always ready to go.
Well, you know what I use for epoxy is I use Planters peanut lids, those plastic blue lids.
Yeah.
And I actually am able to reuse them once the epoxy really cures. I just fold it over and the epoxy just falls off and I can reuse it. So I've accumulated lots of lids and that's what I use them for.
Okay. Oh,
and then the fallback position is model aviation news. That's always good for using.
They use the bottom of a pop can. Just cut the bottom out of a pop can, turn it upside down, and mix epoxy in there.
Oh,
that's a nice little.
That's different.
Out shape. Then just throw them away when you're done.
That's a good idea, Tom. That's a great. And Bob, thanks for coming in. This is Bob from Canada. So we have Lynn, Bob, and Brad.
They're taking over. Canadian contingent is growing.
It's growing.
We're being invaded by Canuckistan.
Before I came on live, I think I caught you mentioning you didn't know how to change the name on your iPad.
Yeah.
Okay, just tap on the screen and where it says participants, tap on that, and then it'll have you can do rename through that.
Thank you very much, Bob. I appreciate that. There's a lot of names I have to remember, and
I've never figured out how to do it permanently, so I just do it every time I log in. So
that works. Appreciate it.
Well, you guys up in Canada probably know Bruce Perry, huh?
very well. I'm living about halfway across the city from him.
Oh, really? Well, tell him hi for me.
I will. Absolutely. So you coming out this way this summer?
Probably not.
Okay. Last couple of years, we put on pretty much the only control line contest in the country.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You guys got a nice field up there.
Yeah, except some buggers went and planted some trees, some parent group across part of our main circle. So we kind of had to move it. And it's not quite as pristine as it was. So we were trying to convince someone to take their snowmobile out there and run over them this winter.
Yeah, a couple of
Wow.
those guys have got them.
Yeah.
How could they plant trees on your flying circle? I don't get that.
It's in a schoolyard, so it's part of the parents.
Wow, go figure.
Yeah.
Well, here comes
we
Phil
have up
Bailey.
to 3 circles.
And pardon me 1 second. Hey, Phil, thanks for coming in.
Hey,
And let me
how are
catch
you?
up on the chat real quick. Jack Snavely says, hello, all. And then Edward Carlall says, like sent. Thank you very much, Edward. And George Bernard, he says, it's fun to hear from all you. God bless you all. Well, I received that. Thank you very much. You guys receive that too? We're all
You
being
betcha.
blessed. So we need that. Thank you very much.
We'll take all the blessings we can get.
Amen.
Exactly. We need that. So I got your message, Tryon. Thank you very much. Well, there's like, we have 12 right now. So this is probably as good a time as any. You know, I had a request for Tryon to show how he does the film. I don't know if you use Monaco or what you use, but to do the wingtip, the curve, the compound curve, and he said he would do that. So I mean,
Wait a second. I was just going to do a whole wing panel.
The whole, that's fine.
That's fine.
Let me make you a big Tryon. And all right, so
Hey, Charles, before we dive into that, just on a related note, last week, I think it was Phil and I were talking about getting Monaco or iron-on to stick on over fiberglass surfaces. And I had a thought. I had a can of SIG sticks kicking around. So I tried it on, and shit, you can't peel the stuff off. It's just on there. So I did my vector profile fuse today in iron-on.
Let me make you big here real quick. All right, so hang on a second. I gotta try this again. All right, you should be, there we go. Now you're spotlighted. So you put the
It's not the greatest covering job because it isn't my specialty, but it worked out great. My test piece on it with the sticks, I was literally leaving the white behind, and it had to peel really hard to get anything off. So I think the stuff works. So I've got my fuselage horizontal tail surfaces done, and all of the prep for the wing. Since I'm using a wing, I couldn't take the flaps off, so I'll just show you.
And can you show me that sticks?
So I just put in little filler pieces in, and then I'll just cover over.
All right, cool.
But anyway, I decided it was high time to get working on a model again instead of other stuff, so I did that today.
Can you show me the sticks it can again and tell everybody where you got it?
Just from John Fromm at his Balsadust factory, but it's just SIG.
So it's a SIG product. Okay, so you probably can get it at SIG still.
Yeah, well, I bought this just a few months ago, so I presume it's still available.
All right.
I've seen it at the hobby shop. I just didn't know that it worked, so I didn't buy it, but I go get some.
Yeah, I was skeptical. John was saying how great it was, so I thought I'd try it, for using with SIG coverall. And then I had this random thought this morning or yesterday to just try it on this and see if it would work, and darn if it didn't.
All right, well, thank you.
Sounds good to me.
Let me turn our attention to Tryon, but thank you, Bob. And Tryon, you are spotlighted for everyone.
Okay. So you guys see me?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a little trick I'm employing here. I just put some masking tape where I want the tape, the film to end. Okay.
Okay.
So it's one of the tricks, and this masking tape goes all the way around the tip. Okay. So idea is that you can go over it as you peel off, and you can stick it on top of the masking tape. Then you trim it out here, and you just peel it off. And gives you a nice clean edge that goes all the way around. It's nice and even. I mean, it doesn't go any higher or lower or anything like that. So, because I'm having a little bit of overhang here in the front, I'm starting on the back side, and I'm locking the back side in. And as you guys can see here, a little bit past the trailing edge, about a quarter of an inch, because that's how much is hanging out in here on my trailing edge. So I'm just I just tack the two ends. You know, basically I have a tack here in this corner. I tack the base, and now I'm going to tack it in the center a little bit. Again, I'm not going flat on it. I'm going on the edge. I'm pushing so I hit the edge, right?
All right.
I'm just staying away from being flat on it because I don't want to shrink this at all right now. So you just don't want to shrink it, right? First, you want to secure the leading edge, the trailing edge, get it as straight as possible, kind of like thing, right? So right now the trailing edge is kind of tacked in place, right? And now on the leading edge, or you can probably even start in the center, just a nice gentle tug, you know, and just tack it in. Just a little spot here. And I'm going to move over. Just do this little spot here. And just front. Like that. And now I can give it a little bit more permanent. But what I'm doing here is maybe it's a quarter of an inch here. I don't want to put my iron on a flat surfaces. How you guys see me? Do you see me okay?
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, I see ya.
All right.
Just refresh my memory. What
My
film is
screen
that
looks kinda
again,
gray.
Tryon?
Huh?
What film is that you're using?
This is Ultra Coat.
Ultra coat. And what temperature is your iron at?
I'd like to keep it pretty low, but this is at about, heck if I can see, it's about, looks like it's 300 and some, 320 or something like that.
Okay.
You don't want, no, it's hot enough to just hold it on, right? You use more heat on a heat gun. That's the trick over there when you are going to get to the tip, right?
All right.
So here I'm just securing the leading edge, and now I'm tacking here and ends, right? Then I go in between them, and then I can kind of go all the way across, you know, kind of thing. So
Am I the only one that don't have one of these fancy heat? Irons. I've still got the old type. These are new to me, but they sure are nice.
this is a Hangar 9 iron. It's actually a pretty old one. I have this iron since God knows when. I cannot tell. This is how old this thing is.
Well, I've got two I've had for at least 30 years, and they're not that nice.
I know. Yeah.
My Hangar 9 iron didn't last very long. I got this fancy new one I just tried out today, and it worked really good, all digital.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
I want to hear about that in a little while, but let's see this first. I want to know what kind you got. If something works, I'm interested.
So what I'm doing here, I'm starting with the edge, roll it over, and just pull it down. And I'm just starting on the one end and just work. I'm just working my way down here, man. And before I did any of this stuff, by the way, guys, I took an air gun and I just blew it off. I just want to take the
Dust.
just wanted to remove the dust off here, right?
The sanding boulders.
At this point, they're just dust. Once you cover it, then it's a boulder.
Yeah.
So now, yeah. And even here, I'm not staying flat. I'm staying on a little angle like this.
All right.
Okay. But if you don't see it, it's there. You know, it looks like it's flat, but it's not. So now I'm locking in the base. And obviously, if you think about this, like what I told you with the flat surfaces. Remember what I said with the flat surfaces? Leave an air escape.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
We got plenty of air escape here, right?
Okay.
So this is no longer something that is no longer something that you're really worried about. Okay.
All right.
So here you go. I'm gonna iron off, and you can go on top of the masking tape. I mean, who cares, right?
Right, right.
It doesn't matter. All right. So it looks like the base is done. I like to see about roughly a half an inch or so of sealed area over there, just to make sure you have enough footprint over there, so when you heat it up, it's not going to pool and so give you funny business, right?
Right.
And so far, you see, it doesn't take much time. I already sealed all this edge except for the tip here. So right here, I'm gonna just go to where the compound surface starts.
All right.
All right, so here we go.
Trying, you got to drop your camera a little bit.
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, just give me a chance to
Take your time.
reposition a little bit. Maybe move this over
There you go. That's perfect.
for you guys to see it. And probably one of this end to hang on this outside of the table, right?
Okay.
You don't want it to be like this on top of the table, right?
All right. Thank you.
You want to bring the end this way, right? And just, for sometimes you need a second hand, and just a little piece of tape is good too. Kind of hold it in place a little bit, because you're gonna pull on this, you're gonna tug on it a little bit, and it will want to move on you. There you go. All right. So here we go.
Lower your camera down so we can see the wingtip.
Hold on. Let me see this.
There you go.
Good.
Okay.
That's great.
Let me change my position. I have a little stool here. Okay. And from this point on, I'm not going to really use the iron a whole lot. Okay. So here's where the fun part begins, right? You want your heat gun to go pretty high in temperature. I'm not sure what's gonna work, but I'll start at about 400. This is a digital gun.
Wow, that's cool.
So you can set it to whatever. Is 410, 400. Okay, so about 400 right here, right? If it's not enough, it's better to start with it a little bit lower than too high, right?
Right.
So what I like to do, I like to focus like on this area, and then move this a little bit this way, and just move in steps like this, incrementally a little bit, right? And again, you don't want to blow the air towards you, because it's going to burn you, right? You're going to burn it, you're going to pull it away from you. And you want to seal it until you go over the tape. That's all there is to it, right? So I'm going to start with this area here. I'm going to start with a high area to begin with. Kind of. So obviously I don't have enough temperature. I'm gonna go a little bit higher. And it's okay to work your way in just a little bit higher, and see what the film really likes, right? Yeah, this looks good. So once you do that, you can leave it like for a second or so. give it a time to cool off and stabilize, right?
Right.
And move to a different spot. Give it a, give it for a few seconds, And I'm kind of working around right now. I'm in this area, in the back area. I'll just give it a pause and wait for it to just kind of stabilize. I'm gonna move here, and I have the most wrinkles here in the front, so I'm just gonna try to take some of them out. And what you wanna do, you wanna pull on this covering, right?
You're stretching it into place is what you're doing.
Exactly, you're stretching, and see that? And I'm now I'm gonna give it a chance to pull off and allow the film to activate.
I'm actually surprised you didn't cut fingers on the overhang. I'm kind of blown away. I'm always cutting fingers to grab the pieces individually. That's amazing.
I want to know about this digital gun. I've got an old Top Flight. I mean, it's a hair dryer.
Yeah, I have one of those too.
Me too.
You can do it with that too, but you have to be careful because they are very aggressive. See what I'm doing? I'm working one little spot at a time, just
right.
So I'm kind of moving this way and just pick a spot, then move over, and then just kind of just work your way around, And as you tug on it, you pull on the material. The material is going to stretch a little bit, and it's going to conform around this hard to reach areas, right?
Right.
So right now, this whole area is finished. I'm just moving backwards right now. Just give it a chance. Okay. And I think this tip is done as of right now. Maybe a little bit more here.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not sure how well it shows in a.
I think it's showing pretty good. Of course, you move it closer to the camera when you see.
Let's get a close up now, right?
Damn.
Looking good.
Looks good. That is
very good.
That is so amazing, Tryon.
Okay.
That's better than any tip I've ever done.
And this is it. This is all. What I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna use the masking tape as a reference to trim it. And I'm just gonna trim just above it, right?
All right.
Okay. Then I'm gonna peel this off, and I may have to touch this area a little bit more. And actually right now I feel like it's a little bit, it's crimply in this area. So I'm gonna hit it again, just right now, before I do that. So this feels good. Oh, it's right here. It's right here. Here. Okay. That feels good. Maybe a little bit here. So I have to reheat this area a little bit, like from here to here. But it's right where it hits the tape. Above it, it feels good. Okay. So.
All right.
So that's kind of like the way you approach it. This is just don't rush it, take it easy and give it a chance to activate and glue. If you're not sure, you can always take the iron and double on top of it, right?
Now, is your overlap going to be on the bottom side?
Yeah, whatever you want to put it. I mean, just like I try to make them both the same, so that's what I'm doing. Overlap it wherever. You want to overlap on the bottom side, or overlap it a little bit over the top side. I think yeah. Well, take your pick.
So you're gonna trim that above the masking tape.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna flip it over. You're gonna lay the masking tape again.
Yeah.
And that location of the masking tape is gonna be where? It's gonna be a little bit.
I must stay like an eighth of an inch above it now.
Okay.
So when I come over, I have a little bit of overlap over there. See, right
I've
now, I
always
can just use my iron to smooth things out if I want to. But
I've
here-
always found that I always do the bottom part of the wing first.
Yeah,
So
me too.
my lap is on the bottom.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
It doesn't matter, you want to start with the bottom. I mean, it really doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter unless you're putting it in front of the judges for appearance judging.
That too, yeah. But if you have, it only matters on this transparent covering because you're gonna see the overlap, right? But if you have a plain white or plain brown or whatever, color you choose to use, I mean, really it doesn't matter. I mean, at least doesn't matter to me. I mean, these are, obviously these are planes that are not probably gonna go in a parents or something like that, right? Probably not in the parent judging, right?
I don't know. It might be.
I mean, this is a nice work here, It's just this.
It is.
I mean, it's not bad,
I like the way my vector flies well enough to fly in the contest. I'll put it that way.
Well, I think vector should be a very nice plane to fly. I know a lot of people that actually fly the vector and they fly it successfully, right? I think Mike has a few. Yeah.
I had one. It flew good.
I've got one. I like it a lot.
I guess I'll find out when I get this one done.
Yeah, you'll find out.
And my next
airplane.
Yeah, this one is gonna be super light. I mean, the whole plane right now. I think I put a note somewhere how heavy it is. It's about 560 some grams just for the plane itself. And I think it's let me see. Give me a second.
Yeah, I haven't forgotten. It's 19 ounces.
I like to take a little bit of notes in here. So the vector, as it was before I put the covering on, was 563 grams, 19.86 ounces.
Wow.
As is right now. That means with the canopy, I mean the green canopy on with tape on it, right? I have landing gear strut and I have tail wheel strut, right? No electronics, no motor, nothing inside of it. This is just the plane with paper on a fuselage and the monocoat covered areas. So
wow.
So that's where this guy sits right now, which I think is super light. I mean, with battery, I think I'm going to end up with batteries and a big motor. What's the Axie 28 26 or something like that. It's this guy
26,
here.
huh?
Yeah, this is the F2B Axie. Yeah, this is a motor that will put a 60 size plane, right? But with this motor and the battery and everything else, it's last time I checked was about under 40 ounces. Battery, with battery, right?
That's
So spinner prop, motor, battery, wiring, ESC, timer. I put all of the stuff in a bunch and I just weighed all. So that's all the stuff that is going to go in a nose in this area, and the rest is just the plane. And altogether was 39 ounces or so. So I don't think I'm going to put 10 ounces of paint on this thing, so I'm still in low 40s when I'm done with it. I'll probably even a 41, 42 ounce plane.
That'd be great.
Very likely. So yeah. So what can I say? I did come back with a heat gun, as you guys notice, and I just pull a little bit more pressure, just gently pull down on it and allow it to shrink, right? So that's that. Now let me grab a X-Acto knife. Give you an idea how this. So I'm gonna trim off this guy here.
All right.
So as you can see, it's just an eyeball job, right?
We really
Raise your
can't see it.
camera. Raise your
Move the
camera.
camera up. Oh, there you go.
So after you trim it, you peel the tape off. Okay, you see this?
Yeah, I see that.
Bam, nice, clean, even. And that's that. So I guess this is all I have to say about this kind of stuff.
Oh, thank you.
Nothing
Thank
to
you.
it.
Now, Tryon, do you ever use like a heat sink, like some cotton balls with water to keep another part from moving, so you keep it cool? You ever tried anything like that?
No. This is all I use, just what you see right now.
That's really good. Very impressive.
It's
If
as
you're
simple
so-
as this. And
if you're
obviously
asking-
I didn't shrink any of this stuff yet, right? What I would like to do, what I usually like to do is that I'm going to do the opposite side, do everything, do the tips and do the same sealing that I had over here all the way around. And when I am done with that, I think on the opposite side, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm just going to overlap it here and tack it in place instead of using the tape. I think that'll be a mistake to use the tape on the other side.
Now, when you start to shrink it, doesn't it pull like the wingtip, for example? You got that nailed down. But once you start shrinking the material in between the bays, isn't it going to pull the wingtip a little bit and cause you problems?
No,
But
because we
here-
have all this surface that's already stuck down. Actually, if it pulls from anywhere, it's gonna may pull from the leading edge if you don't have enough sealing over here. I say stay about half an inch, quarter of an inch, at least, as well as the trailing edge. And because of the trailing edge, what I do, I roll it over like this. You see that?
We see it now.
So because of the trailing edges roll like that and it's sealed, that's not going to go anywhere.
That's not going anywhere. Okay, I follow you.
And just use enough heat to get it tight and then make it nice and tight. You don't have to use enough heat to, I don't know, make it into a drum or a playing instrument or something like that.
All righty. Well, that's very good, Tryon. Thank you very much.
That's it. That's all I have to say about this.
Excellent.
Any
Excellent.
questions?
That's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah. Any questions?
One
And that's
thing you
just on,
did that I-
that's just on bare wood too, just no sticks or anything, right?
Yeah, just better wood, yes. Yeah, I don't have any of this stuff. You're right. All right, so I'm just gonna continue on.
Good night, everybody.
Who's
Who's that?
See you, Brad.
Hey, good night, Brad. Thanks for coming in.
Good night.
Thanks for coming in, but don't be a stranger.
Hey, Brad.
Hey, good night.
Brad. Oh, he's gone.
Oh, I was going to ask him if he was going to be able to make the trip across the border in May to the Detroit contest. It was too late, though. He's
It
gone.
was too quick. I'll see if I can get him on again next week or on Friday.
Well, thank you very much for getting them on tonight. I appreciate it, Lynn.
I didn't get him on. I was shocked that he was on. He figured it out.
I think I'm gonna bail too, guys. This is really informative.
Well, good. Well, thank you,
Gerald.
Gerald.
Good to meet everybody, and
Yeah.
I appreciate the invitation.
You're welcome. You're
Come
welcome
back
anytime,
anytime.
Gerald. We do this every Monday and Friday
Hey.
night. Okay.
Don't be a stranger.
Nice to meet you in person, Gerald.
Yep.
Yeah.
Take care.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
have a good one.
So, handles. I finally got around to building my Smith Brothers Stunt carbon fiber handles. Started them yesterday, finished them today.
Fantastic.
I found them in a box when I started cleaning yesterday. But I had these two guys here that I think, uh-oh, what happened?
Lost ya. Yeah, I don't see you.
You're a little bitty. What happened?
Made the wrong guy big.
Hang on, let me fix this just a second. Where are you at, Mike? I'm trying to.
Right here.
I don't see you though.
He's right at the top of the
I see him in the
screen.
middle.
He's
I
not
don't
on my
see him at
screen.
anywhere.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
There you
now we
are.
see you.
Oh,
Okay.
Hey, Howard, thanks for coming in.
good to be here.
Okay. Am I back?
You're
Oh.
back.
You made me big. So I got these two carbon fiber handles. I think I picked them up off of Jamie Holford, and I think they're the ones that Randy Smith sells. So they might be Brent Williams handles. Is that right?
No,
No.
That's not what Randy sells. Okay.
No.
Well, I don't know who makes these. Of course, I got them all wrapped up in green tape now because I put the green ace bandage, the sticky bandage tape. These are going to be for Sam. We're gonna make the switch to hard points and
Good.
well, we're gonna play with them and see what it does. These ones are a little bit crowded for my hand. They're just a little too crowded, but they'll work for Samuel. I do have to get rid of this. I don't know who thought this was a good idea. It's a sewed bungee cord with a knot. And I mean, I don't think it's an issue at any local contest, but I know at the Nats, they pull test your thong, right? I don't think that these are going to survive. So this is going to be, I'm going to get rid of these and put some paracord on there so that they survive a pull test. But they're super light. They seem to just have two rounded pieces of balsa on each side, just like if you cut a broomstick in half and slapped it on each side. So I don't know whose style of handle that is or who makes that. Does anyone know? Off
It
top
kind
of
of reminds me of the one that Jim Smith made, but Jim Smith had like brass eyelets in the holes. Are those
Well,
reinforced?
I'm going to show you a Smith handle because I got them sitting over here. But these have brass eyelets in the holes. Well, not really eyelets, more like brass tubing that's been put in. It's
Okay.
sanded flush, right?
Okay.
It's not really an eyelet because it's the same on both sides. But before I put this green, and I put the green on so it would show up, it's just a round piece of balsa that only comes to here and here. It doesn't, you can see the top of the handle still.
Yeah, I see it.
It's all carbon fiber. It's not sandwiched for the entire handle length. But I got those from Jamie, and I don't remember who he said he got them from. So it was either Randy or Brent. I don't know. That's how he advertised them.
Yeah, Brent Williams are totally different. They're not Brent Williams.
They're not Brent Williams. Okay, so these are probably Randy handles. I think they're Randy handles. But I just finished putting the Smith Brother handles together. Okay, so that's a Smith Brothers handle.
I follow you. Yeah.
And if you see, that actually does have like an eyelet that's pressed in
Right.
on that side. But it's not an eyelet on the other side. It's just smooth on the other side.
Oh, okay.
So you don't have that full ring on the other side. Just one side gives you that ring. But you get the carbon fiber and the balsa, the blanks, to glue and sand in shape or whatever. So the thing I liked about these was when I got them from Jim before he passed away. Jim and Wayne gave these to me and Sam when we were at the Canton, Georgia contest last year or the year before last. And when I put my hand in it, I got big sausage fingers, so it still was pretty cramped in there. But Jim said you could relieve the carbon fiber, up to an eighth of an inch on each side if you needed to, and it wouldn't affect the integrity or the strength of the handle. So that's what I did. I went in there with the Dremel and I opened up the carbon fiber a little bit so I could get my hand in it. Then I did the balsa sides and went in and sanded everything. And then they're drying right now with some thinned finishing resin, some Z-epoxy. Just thin with rubbing alcohol. And that's it.
Very nice. So what are you doing for clips?
Yeah, those are very nice, and they're kind of my weapon of choice too.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to using them, and primarily on the Axioma on the Uzbekistan airplane, because the first test flights with my CAS handle, with my typical spacing, which is 5 1/4 is what I fly on my SV. It's just a little too sensitive, so I'm going to have to narrow that in a little bit. So I thought I'd use the hard point carbon fibers and try to just bring it in a little bit. What did you ask, Charles?
What are you using for your hard point handle clips?
I have a bunch of these guys, which I think are made on the Jim Lee line clip bender, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, very good.
And I got about a dozen of them in different sizes, and me making lines within, an eighth of an inch isn't an issue. So I think I have enough adjustment with the clips that I have, but I'm definitely going to need to get more, or I'm going to have to buy a clip bender. Or who's got a clip bender out there that wants to do a brother a solid, man?
I might have one. An extra
Anybody?
one.
Who's making line clips, man? Who's making those kinds of line clips?
Mike,
Len, your mic's off, buddy.
I could whip you some out.
Can you? Howard, I don't need a ton, man. I don't need a ton. I need, what do I need? I'm pretty good at getting them within, an eighth, definitely less than 1/4. I don't need anything bigger than a 1/4 inch range, I don't think.
Okay.
So, but I think I got enough to get me started anyway. I've got 10, and there's 5 different, I've got 2 of each in 5 different lengths, and I believe they're 1/8 inch increments on the ones that I have.
Well,
Now,
how many handles do you have? How many airplanes you going to operate with?
Well, we have 2 of these handles, and then I've got 2 of the Smith Brother handles that I just made. So there's going to be 4 handles, and the plan is for us to transition everything we're flying to these hard points, because that seems to be the way, right?
Yeah,
So
I think that is the way.
So four handles is what we're trying to do. 2 for me, 2 for Sam.
If you're going to operate a lot of airplanes with them, then you need a bunch of clips. So, okay, I'll make you a bunch of clips.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to go find you some more black raspberry jam, buddy.
I just opened the last jar yesterday.
Oh, you're on the last jar? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll find you another one. That'll be our barter for line clips.
Very good.
Unless you want something else. You want some Tennessee honey? Do you like honey? Maybe some honey. I don't know.
We got honey.
You got honey. Okay.
Is she cute?
Blonde,
But,
we talking blonde,
just-
brunette, or redhead? Woo-hoo.
Real quick, Charles, before we get off the subject, I can't stress enough how light these things are, man. I'm kind of excited to learn or to start flying with one because of how light they are.
They are. I think a friend of mine has one, and I remember picking it up to put his plane in the pits, and it was really light. I was really surprised. You're right.
Well, I flew Trians on his Revolutions down at King Orange, and I'm pretty sure you were using a Smith
Yes.
Brothers handle then, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So I think it can't hurt. I don't think it's an improvement for sure.
Well, I
there's
think it's an improvement. I think it's like right now, as opposed to the other handles, there's a slight delay.
there's a nice light one in a pawn shop in Dallas.
From what I was told, is like the lighter handle are better when you feel the plane up top, right?
Yeah, you feel the plane.
If
like
you have
that.
a heavy plane, so you don't feel the pull of the plane as much as with a light plane, with a light handle. So that's where the light handles benefit. Other than that, if you put hard points on any other handle, I don't see how you're gonna have any other response on the plane on the same movement of the hand. I mean, it just means nothing.
So it's not an advantage if it's a heavy hard point handle. Is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is that, yeah, if it's a heavy handle hard point versus this hard point, if you give it up versus this, you give it up, same response, same. It's not going to change anything with the way plane flies. The light handle does is just you have a better feel for the plane.
You have a better feel, right? Yeah, no, it's not going to change the response in the airplane. I get that, but you're not holding as much in your hand, and it's just going to feel better.
Yeah,
I
you
guess.
feel the plane, purely the plane, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you can get one of those, the wire handles, the one that have adjustable lines, right? If you put a Kevlar thread inside of it, it's going to feel like a hard point all of a sudden.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
we fly CAS handles on everything we have right now. We're flying the CAS handles, which is a light handle, but it's a cable handle. But it's definitely been our favorite handle for the last couple years. You know, the CAS cable handles, because they're lighter than seems to be everything else out there. Anyway,
I'm thinking if you take the CAS handle and put the Kevlar instead of the cable, it's gonna get rid of all of the springiness of the cable.
Okay.
In the controls, and will not hurt anything. I don't think it's gonna hurt anything. I don't know how the wire is set inside of the handle, or how is it fastened or something like that, because
It's a pinch fit.
I never used one.
It's pinched.
It's a pinch fit.
Between two big washers, clamshell in there.
Oh, that's for adjustability?
Yes.
You can definitely use the Kevlar thread in there too, then that's that.
Let me say hi to thank you for coming in, Carl, and thank you, Dennis Adamison and Steve. Thank you for coming in.
Mike, I did the same thing. I flew his airplane with that lightweight handle. I went and bought 3 of those and made them up. And that's about all I'm using now. I've got one airplane I fly on the old style handle, like that.
For everybody.
Hang on one second, Steve. That's the CAS handle right there.
Yeah.
And so it looks like there's a L bracket aluminum in there with a big giant washer that pinches
No,
it.
that's perfect. No, that is perfect. I mean, you can definitely take that wire out, put the Kevlar thread in there, and be back in business. And it feels like a hard point at that point.
Right. It's aluminum frame with balsa sides. I mean, like I said, Sam and I have been flying these for about 3 years, these CAS handles, and they're better than anything that we've ever flown. You know, they beat the hell out of the old Hot Rocks, or even the Tom Morris handles. I've got a bunch of the Tom Morris stuff, and they're heavy. They're all heavy. They
Yeah.
weigh a bunch.
Yeah.
I
For-
thought they were
for the
light till I
guys
got
that-
one of those.
Are going to the lighter handles and the lighter lines.
Oh my God.
Lighter
We
reels.
got this because we don't want it to be too heavy for you to carry it out to the circle.
Oh my goodness.
So
Steve.
we're doing
Let me make you
super
big.
light line.
What's that? Oh my
All the
God.
old guys
I've
who can't
never
pick up-
seen that before. Where'd you get
I
that
haven't
handle?
either. Where'd you get that? Had somebody print it for you?
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. Dick painted that for old guys who need all light stuff now.
I like that, Steve. That was cool. That was cool.
That's funny.
Hey, did you get your water system in?
I did all except the outside lines. Everything is in.
Well, you can drink and take a shower, so that's all that
Yeah.
matters right now. It's too dang cold to go outside anyway.
So I got that. No, actually, I picked a bunch of them up. Dick's printing off all kinds of them on his printers. But John Pierce went over yesterday to pick up his motor and an adapter for a muffler and stuff like that, or for a header pipe, whatever you wanted to use. And while I was working on stuff, he called me and I didn't answer because I was busy. And then 15 minutes, he called back again. I'm like, yeah, that's not like John, you know. So I pick it up. He was at Dick's house, and Dick wouldn't answer the door, the phone, his car was there and shit like that. So I told him how to break into the house. I finally got a hold of Dick on the phone. He broke in, had to get him out of bed and stuff. And I had to go find his daughter, and I found her, and we got his son to come over and stuff like that. And they took him to the hospital again.
When was this? I just
Yesterday.
talked yesterday. I talked to Dick the day before yesterday.
Yeah, I talked to him too. He was doing really good. He was working on this stuff. And
I called him Saturday, and we were just, chatting. I was wondering how he's like, man, I'm doing great. I feel good. Everything's good, blah, blah, blah. And this happened yesterday?
yesterday morning about
Oh, man.
10:30. So he's back in the hospital. I don't know, man. He wasn't breathing good. And I was worried about that. John's like, man, he's breathing a lot better than he was when I first got there. And I'm like, holy cow. But
He sounded great on Saturday. He was all upbeat. We were talking about Brodax and talking about the gnats and,
Oh, man.
he keeps getting an infection. So, and he thinks, I haven't found out anything yet, but because he doesn't answer his cell phone or anything else. Usually he'll answer his cell phone in the hospital. But yeah, I haven't found out anything yet. Why he's in there if it's an infection again. That's the last 2 times or whatever,
I hope he bounces back, because he sure sounded excited about coming to Brodax for the week and coming to the Nats for the week. And, we were just catching up, and he sounded good, man.
Yeah.
That's like crazy that something like that happened in 24 hours.
But I thought that was pretty cool. I'm thinking he'd print them up for the
Yeah, that would be something Dick would do just to be a smart ass,
yeah.
Or like line reels for the old guys that can't lift stuff anymore.
Well, yeah. Well, that's for the new lines.
For the new lines. Yeah,
Yeah.
the new lightweight
If
lines.
you can save an ounce on lines, and we'll save a half ounce here, and
On the
save
line
a
reel.
half ounce on your
Well,
handle, and you'll be able to carry it out to the circle.
Steve, when he gets back and gets healthy, tell him I'll take a couple of them. If he's going to sell them, I'll take a couple of them. I
Yeah,
think that'd be cool.
I grabbed 4 of them. John grabbed a bunch of them. He only had 2 of these. Me and John both grabbed one of them, but
That's sharp.
I'll tell him to print out the ones with all the holes in it for the old guys. So you
I
can
need
look
a
at
whole pile. I need a whole pile of reels.
it. Yeah.
I need a bucket load of them for Spectra.
Yeah, I don't know, what they cost to print out, but and I don't know what.
That's pretty
they
cool.
do
mean,
for-
Sig sells them for like $3, man. $4.
Yeah,
You
but
can
not with all the
still buy-
cool holes.
Well, I know they don't have all the cool holes.
Yeah, I'm gonna need about
Get off the-
I'll need about $80 worth of them.
Yeah.
Before we get off the handle thing too far, I want to go back to this bungee cord thing on here. Has anybody seen this or done this or
No.
like who would?
No, not with a bungee cord.
I mean,
I don't think them handles came with, if they're a Randy Smith handle, they don't come with
a lanyard.
leather. Yeah.
Okay.
At all.
So-
Nothing.
No, so
I mean, it's pretty well. The loop is pretty well sewn there. You know, whoever sewed that, the termination for the loop,
yeah.
did a pretty good job. But I've never seen a bungee cord on a handle before.
That's
Can you
strange.
imagine trying
I'd
to
love
grab
to-
that thing? It comes out of your hand and it's on your wrist, but you're trying to grab it with the other hand. It keeps.
Well,
I
That's
just want
what
to
I
see
was
the guy pull test it. So
Yeah. Boing,
Well,
boing.
and that's exactly, Dennis. Because you know, if Sam uses this at the Nats, well, it's gone now anyway. I'm getting
There
rid
you
of it.
go. Throw it in the garbage.
But because I've got paracord here. But yeah, you know, they pull test thongs at the Nats, man. They don't do it.
They say that, but they never pull tested Samantha's thong.
They've always pull tested Samuels at the Nats. Oh, Steve. Oh,
Oh man.
man.
I
That's funny.
Even I caught that one.
Took me a second.
Oh man.
Oh.
All right.
That's kind of surprising for a dad.
Yeah. That's what I
Well,
was thinking.
mine's only 11, man. So she's not.
It's coming, Mike. It's
Yeah,
coming.
I know. Yeah, let's keep it family friendly here, right? But good one, Steve. Good one.
Steve, I got to have a long talk with you. You're even crazier than I am.
Pretty crazy.
I can't help shit just pops into my head when Mike said that. You know, it was just like, it was just bang.
Yeah, you're just so quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Anyways,
mind
you know,
works
speaking
in
of
mysterious
reels,
ways.
has anybody use those larger reels? I mean, I have like 5 of the 5-inch reels.
Yeah, Dick
And,
made up a bunch of them too, but I didn't grab any of them.
Reels, I actually need more of
But
those.
them are a lot heavier, Charles. And you might not be able to carry it
Yeah.
out.
I'll start doing push-ups and I'll work out my strength.
I thought those were more for solids because my dad had 5-inch reels, but the only thing he had on them were solids for the jets.
Well, you know, Wendy used to say he didn't like the smaller 4-inch reels.
That's right.
because-
I got a
because
pile
they,
of his. Yeah.
because it would put a bend right near the beyond the termination.
Right at the
And
termination.
the 5-inch reel, the way it was set up, it'd go in further into the handle, and it would be a nice smooth curve, so you wouldn't get a kink.
But with Spectra, it doesn't matter
But with
anymore.
Spectra, it doesn't matter. And I got to get on the show. I got to get on.
Okay, I'll show you how we terminate lines. Oh,
Yeah, well,
but you
it was a
guys probably
program,
wind them
Charles.
up with a handle on, don't
No, I don't use.
Yeah.
I keep my handle and my reels separate.
you? Yeah. Hold
No,
on.
I wind mine up.
I'll look. I'll be back.
All right.
I have one handle and one set of lines for every airplane.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
same here.
I don't want to take that handle off because I don't want to take the chance of messing up the setting once.
Yeah, well, sometimes it takes me 4 or 5 flights to get the right setting. I'm not going to take the handle off.
Yeah.
You know what Samantha and Steve do is they actually adjust the lines at the plane. So Samantha was using the same handle for every set of lines. She never adjusted her handle, and she would change planes. That I think they adjusted the other end of the flying
clips.
system. Yeah, they adjusted.
But
the
how
clips.
do you go back then and get the exact same setting when you want to go to another airplane? You got to make sure you put the right clips on every
You know,
time.
when Steve comes back, maybe he can explain it. But she just used one handle, which I think is economically makes more sense because I've invested a lot of money in handles.
I think it'll work if you can make your airplanes close enough and everything like that. Leave one clip on the airplane, leave your upline clip on the airplane.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And it can be the same every place else to make that one clip whatever it needs to be.
Yeah, that's right. That's true.
And then you could move the lines and the handle, you know, and anywhere you want to go.
That's true.
Works in theory.
I like to be
still
an
got
elitist. I like to be an elitist and have a handle and a line set up for every, for every airplane. And I
That's how
paint
I
the
am.
handle
The same way.
I paint the handle to match the airplane.
There's a disadvantage though. Now I got about 40 handles and 40 sets of lines. The line box is full. I'm into the second line box.
But it's
I've got
so
them hanging out in
impressive.
the garage on the wall. I've got so many sets of handles and lines. I don't know what to do now.
Yeah,
It's
no,
so impressive when you go to Brodex and you bring out that box of all those handles and lines in it. It looks like you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
We all know the truth.
Yeah,
Where are they at, Lynn? Where do you keep them? In your garage?
In the garage, yeah, the
in the
garage.
garage.
The garage.
Well, at least he's not taking the car to the house. I got a buddy in Boston. He cracks me up. I'm sorry, Boston.
Boston.
I say Boston, and he about has a fit. So it's Boston. Okay. I don't know how you get that out of the spelling, but okay. Oh, Lord. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, he's gonna suck something.
No, I'm keep it clean, Larry. Keep it clean, buddy.
I'm trying.
We don't want to get this channel demonetized.
I'm actually putting it away. I'm putting it away. Stop that going away. I was cleaning out the corner where my shooting trap is. And
Bet you were.
clean all the lead up out there. No,
Oh boy.
You guys are too many.
big workbench is clear. Now I got to start on this crap flap here.
My
All
Lord.
this garbage. I don't know.
And my idea was worse than that.
I can't seem to start anything unless I've got a clean slate. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't even want to look
Oh,
at my
man.
table.
Yeah, I like your sweater, Lynn. Very cool.
Well, I'm down in the basement here, so it's a little cooler. So I decided to put the sweater on.
Okay, very nice. Very nice.
I thought I'd dress up for the occasion.
Yeah.
Do they make those sweaters for men, Len, or is that just the ladies?
Oh,
Oh, payback to bear. This is gonna be good.
About to get ugly here, folks.
just wait, just you wait till the after party, chum.
All right, all right.
I had to get you back because you said I was getting
I know.
something, man. So
Oh,
Hey, so Steve,
Oh,
we was
boy.
talking about Samantha using just one handle. How do you guys do that with all her planes?
It's like we take in like a set of lines, and if it's 52 inches or whatever, then we'll set the clips up on the airplane for a certain set of lines.
Okay.
And then so we can do any amount of 62s or 63s or whatever on any of the airplanes that we we're using. And so then we just clip the lines on, and they're already done to her handle because her handle always has the clips on it. So when we wind it, this one isn't done that way, but usually there's no clips here, and it's just bare. So we hook them on the airplane, run the lines out to the handle, hook it up on the handle, then
you're ready to go.
yeah, up, and then have up, your up line, down line, and then they're always set for, because I have other brand new lines, but we'll usually have them like two sets of lines set up, and then we may have to keep clips on, like this one here, is how I terminate them, and just run that little thing through the metal thing through the clips.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I put a hole in that clip, and I actually attached the clip to that. I mean, I actually attached the line clip to the real clip. Through that hole, I punch a hole in the center of the real clip.
Yeah, all I do is just loop it through.
Yeah, I understand. I follow you.
And just pop them on.
But I just hate losing those real clips, so I just figured if I put a hole in there and I put a connector on it, I have less chance of losing the clips, you know.
Oh.
As soon as you take your clip off, take and clip it on the inside of that spool, and it doesn't get lost. I used to lose them. I used to call SIG and order those things 10 at a time.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just take that off and then clip it on the inside.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I
never thought of that. That's a good idea.
And now it's there, you know. But yeah, I mean, Samantha, I guess we could have made up a couple of handles, you know. I got a pile of them. I got the Randy Smith. She didn't like that because the carbon fiber cut into her hands. That they're kind of narrow, and even with her, but if the handle, real windy days, if it moved and the handle would come down, it would, that sharp carbon fiber would.
Yeah, that's no good.
Daddy didn't sand enough.
Now you can sand it like Mike, he wrapped his with tape, and that's a good idea to get that sharpness. Where on the Smith brothers, they left the wood long, and then we sat there and worked that till her hand fit, and her hand cannot slide it back and forth on the handle.
That's the way mine are, but I got a big mitt, so.
Yeah, she's got a really small hand, so we'd always have them make them, you know, leave extra meat on there, and then we can take a Dremel and, you know.
Is Train still here?
Huh?
Yeah, Train's working on the wing.
Oh, he's not showing up on my thing. I was going to ask him, what is that in the background I saw?
I want to know, why do you do the top wing first and not the bottom?
You're big, Tryon, by the way.
Doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do first. Really doesn't matter at all.
As long as you don't tighten it up.
I always bury the seam underneath the.
Yeah, I was kind of in a rush. I didn't even think about I'm going to top one first.
Oh, okay.
So there's your answer.
Looks good,
Tryon.
Looks awesome.
What's that I see in the background? Looks like 2 new airplanes. 2 new fuselages.
No, just one new fuselage.
Oh, just one?
Yep.
Is it all, have you got it all assembled yet, or still working on it?
Give me a second. No, it's not assembled yet. I actually did purchase some new stuff.
Yeah, new carbon.
Yeah. Do I find?
I have a message from.
If I find it, I'm going to share it with you.
I have a message from Brent Williams. He says, "Hola, y'all." Hello, Brent. Thanks for coming in.
That's real southern.
And Gary Akers is in here again. Thank you, Gary, for coming in. Gary, you're all right. Here we go. Here comes the video, and you're on. Thank you, Gary.
You see me?
I see you. Appreciate you coming in.
You can hear me.
Man, I'm really impressed. This is a Monday, and man, we're like 16 strong in here.
Good.
And it's Monday night. That is awesome. So you want to share something? Let me fix the share thing. I didn't do that earlier. I got to fix that so that you can share. Okay, Tryon. If you want to share again now, you'll be able to share.
No, I cannot do it because my computer is pretty old, and I just downloaded the pictures from my iPhone, and they are IMG format, and this thing is not reading it, and some.
Okay, no problem.
So.
I was just
yeah, but
curious.
Long story short, Felix interested in this guy here. This is the last fuselage I made. So.
Oh,
There it
pretty.
is.
That's pretty. Turned out nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some touch-ups here on the top and on the canopy area, but that's all.
Yeah, you recreated the concours model.
Yeah, this is a so what happens is that I think I had good success with this latest technique that I applied, and that was just worked great.
Sounds good. It looks good.
The whole plane is wings, tails, fuselage, nose, everything. It's about 700 grams.
Wow.
Painted, so it's 24 ounces and change for a whole plane. So from this point is maybe plus electronics, and I'm going to take a little bit of weight off because you have some cutouts around the wing area and stuff like that.
You're talking about sub 60.
Huh?
That'd be less than 60 complete then.
Yeah,
wow.
no, in the mid 50s, mid
Wow.
50s, I think.
That's a big airplane, and that's wow. Very nice, Tran. Very nice.
Yeah, so that's that's what that is. Yeah. If you have Facebook, you can probably see them over there because I put them in the Facebook. So
I'm gonna have to get on Facebook. I haven't yet, but I've got to.
Hey John, how's your SV22 coming along?
Fine.
Yeah.
Haven't done a thing on it since November. I keep saying I'm going to get in there tomorrow morning.
You and Charles need to get on the phone, do a video thing and work on them together.
Well, I know what I need to do.
He hasn't done nothing from his since November either.
Yeah. Steve, I ran into a good one. You know, we're talking about the ESC broker, the timer, whatever.
Yeah.
It turned out to be on these timers, you have a wire that comes off the timer here, and it goes up, and it's supposed to go to one of the leads coming out of it's the motor and the ESC lead at the end.
Yeah.
It broke right here, and you probably can't see that, but there's a big glob of glue right there on the end where the wire goes in. The glue was holding it, but I finally put an ohmmeter on it to check it from the end of the wire to the end right there, and there was nothing. I said, okay, what's going on here? So I got to check it, cut into it, pulled it apart, looked at it. The wire was broken. That's the only.
That's what was causing that when you went out there and.
Yeah, it would fire up and run one lap and quit. I couldn't figure out what the heck was going on. So I changed the ESC, and I started to change the timer. And I said, well, I got to check this first because these timers are not cheap, and I won't be buying any more of these. I'll buy the Fiorettis next time. But anyway, found the problem, got it fixed, and we ran it in of all places, the kitchen tonight. It was the only place my wife was cooking. I couldn't get her to come outside, and it's raining like thunder out there anyway. So she came over and grabbed one side of it, and I held the other side of it. We fired it up, and it ran for over a minute. So I'm gonna take it in the morning. We're supposed to meet out there in the morning, 9 o'clock, and fly. 4 of us are coming to fly some new stuff. So I'm gonna take one new one and my old Vector and see if we can't get some laps on it.
Yeah, well, that's a good deal. At least you figured out what's going on. It wasn't the ESC or whatever. It was.
No, I got the ESC on the ground and went through the programming. And you're right, the ZTW will go on the little card for the badass.
Yeah.
I still hate that name, but anyway, if I'd had a Trident one, I'd have bought the Trident or whatever the new one is. But anyway, it works. It all checked out. It looked like it worked. So I said, well, if it's not that and it's not this, what the heck can it be? And the only thing that come to me, that darn wire is the only thing I haven't checked. So, I mean, the programming looked right. When I tried to check the programming in the timer, it checked right. Powered up, checked just right. But it wasn't getting the signal from the ESC to time it. So,
yeah, what that does is it tells it that it has a prop strike.
Yeah.
But it doesn't see that signal, it says prop strike, and it just That's one thing nice about it. You know, if you're
Yeah.
flying off a grass field, if you hit something with the prop or whatever, it kills that thing.
Yeah. I'll tell you
But,
one thing, it about drove me crazy, but I'll know next time. I'm learning. This electric stuff's
You
still
gotta
new to me, but I'm getting
quit
there.
being so rough on your stuff, wearing out wires.
Well, I thought I wore out a bird, and it turned out I just wore out a battery. But I fixed that this time. I got my wife to sew the thing where now it goes around the battery and comes back through that coupling and comes back across. And I take a card. It's like an old credit card. It's not, but it looks like one. Shove it down in there, and it hooks it all the way down. Then I got a tag that comes back up where I can get it off when I want to get it out. But then my wires, I extended the wires, and now the wire goes down right where the Velcro is, so it can't come loose. The coupling goes right there, and it's just big enough you have to force it down there. No problem. So I think we got her licked this time.
See, if you get one of those deer whistles like you mount on your truck, you know, mount that one of those on the airplane. It'll do one of two things for you. It'll either warn them away, the birds, or it'll attract it to them.
Oh, it wasn't really a bird, John. When I was flying, it was really windy, and I was trying to put up an exhibition flight. Well, it was crazy windy, and I did an outside. I did my wife says he exhibited all right. Anyway, I went out and got to the square eight, and got to the square eight. And when I made that top turn, the last bloody turn in the whole cotton picking maneuver, and kicked it over, the wind gusted right then just really good. And when I popped that thing down, I thought, damn, where'd that bird come from? I didn't even see him. Did I hit him? I hope I didn't hit him. And all of a sudden, I'm around here on the other side where the wind is bad, and I'm noticing that, wait a minute, what's going on here? And the bird had gone that way. Well, that bird was actually my battery. So now the plane's coming out of the air, and I'm not really flying it anymore. When it hit the ground, it tore it up pretty good. But anyway, I got it all put back together. Those beautiful wheel pants on a Vector are great until you crash the airplane, and then they go right up through the wing.
Yeah.
You know, Phil, you remind me of the old question about what's the last thing you hear from a redneck boy in a hot car? Hey, y'all, watch this.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I remember a guy saying.
Let me interrupt. Sorry, Phil. Hey,
right.
I just want to do a commercial break here. Please hit the join button. Join this YouTube channel. It's only $4.99. That's less than 17 cents a day. And I mean, it's just an incredible deal. I mean, what Tryon showed us this evening, I mean, you know, that's better than the Top Flight Monaco tape that I watched. And the Monaco tape cost, I think, close to $10. I mean, you're getting great information here. We have people from all over different countries, and we all have a lot of experience. And it's disappointing that we have people that are being, I mean, less than 17 cents a day. Come on, you know, join, go below, hit the join button. I see we got lots of likes, which I appreciate that. We have 27 likes, which is fantastic. We've had as many as, I think, 26 people watching us. We don't have any chat revenue, you know. So again, if you don't want to subscribe to the YouTube channel, you can support us by using the super chat, which is over here, and just look at the $sign there at the bottom of the chat box. Click that and give us a donation.
Hey, Charles.
Yeah, Gary.
This is Gary. I'm live streaming right now, it says. I'm going to click on that and join, and I don't see anything there to join. Am I in the wrong place?
I think that's on the YouTube side. You have to be maybe at another time. You can go or watch the replay, and then you'll see a blue button below the screen on YouTube, and hit that join button.
Okay.
Yeah, right now we don't have anything here for us to join, and but I appreciate the interest. You know, I don't necessarily solicit to you guys inside here. I appreciate you guys coming in here, but we have an audience, and then I guess by tomorrow or the next day we'll have over 200 views, And I'm just disappointed that people aren't joining, or even now when you can't do the super chat except for during a live stream. So we do this every Monday and Friday evening, 6:40. I start at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So come on in and go and do the super chat then during the live stream. And then maybe if it's not convenient for you to watch the whole thing, come back and watch the replay later. But that's the only way you can do the super chat is during the live stream. So if you're watching this as a replay, tune in again Friday at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and make your donation, please. Thank you. We're back to our regular scheduled show.
Hey, Tryon, I haven't seen a triple beam scale since the 80s.
I'm a drug dealer, man. My part, I might have to use this stuff.
Do I need to dust mine off, man?
Yeah. We are tipping the scale at 576.5 grams.
Tryon, you're in the United States. Stop saying grams because you just confuse all of us here. Say ounces, please.
Yeah, well, that scale was made to weigh in grams.
Yes, that's what
Because it's an 80 scale.
Yeah, you sold it by the gram back then.
I'm at 20.335.
It was
20.33 ounces.
Thank you very much. Very light.
He
Very
can
light.
convert that. He can convert that stuff in his head.
If you're just selling grams, you're not really making any money, man, unless you're. Well, that's what I heard anyway.
Yeah.
Tran, let me ask you something right quick. I was going to call you and ask you, but you told me the line should be 67 feet, right?
To the center of a plane, 67, 68.
Okay, I made them 67. Then,
For the Revolutions?
Yeah.
You're flying on almost 70-foot lines in that thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
By the time you got the length of my arm and the length of the plane,
Holy
it's
cow.
71 feet. It's 71 feet. Then
That's not legal, man.
Well, they
Well,
can't
it
change
is
that
legal.
shorter. I mean,
It is legal because the lines are measured from the center of the handle to the center of the airplane.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, and the
They don't
center
count- they
handle
don't
to
count the
center of
fact
the
that
plane,
it's
I'm
3 foot
about
long.
68, somewhere over there.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
made mine
the-
67.
The
But
Pathfinder LE flies on 70 or 67.
Holy
But
cow.
if I go to the cloth lines, how much weight should I take out of the tip?
And enough to just
Yeah.
enough.
I'm gonna tell you what, when I put the Vector on 60 foot of, 58 feet of the new lines, I had never flown a plane that I was worried about the thing absolutely hinging plumb down before on a turn. But I took a half an ounce out of that thing, and I couldn't believe that it made that big a change. It just didn't make. I'm sorry, I said Vector. I meant Pathfinder. I couldn't believe it made that big a change. It went from being, dangerous, I felt like, to boy, this thing flies.
Ask Dennis how much steel lines weigh versus Spectra lines. He'll tell you.
Yeah, it's huge.
Right,
Well,
I
I'm
put it
telling you
all
that
on a table in there, but Phil, I think the real answer is that we're going to have to start all over on tip weight.
I think you're
All
right.
right. And I think
think
it's
you're
going
right.
to be, either start with too much and take it out until it hurts and then put a little bit in,
Yeah.
or start with too little and add it up until it,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah. I've got
What do
my
you
ring
figure
master.
a set of lines weigh, even say 100-pound ones?
Dennis knows. He's got all the numbers, man.
Got them all.
What
The 100-pound Power Pro weighs 9 grams for 66 feet.
Oh my goodness.
Tell him what
And,
steel weighs.
cables weigh 45 grams for the same.
Holy
There I
cow.
go. Tryon's looking in. I'm using grams, Mike. Don't forget.
Yeah, no. Well, you have to because it's so little of a
That's
increment.
it.
But
That's
it's
it.
1/5.
It was
Spectra lines
1/5.
weigh 1/5 less than steel.
Yeah, and I think, it's going to be similar fractions for, trying to replace O15s or O12s and stuff. And tip weight, it's going to be start over, but probably go through the same exercise. Add or subtract until your airplane tells you it's happy.
So wouldn't you just bench, balance it to get that, and then add 10 grams or 9 grams or something?
I don't know what the answer is. I think it's going to be build the airplane with about enough to equal, to bounce the wing side to side, plus about about a quarter ounce, about 7 grams or so. And then just start adding or subtracting a few BBs until you get it right.
Yeah.
Now, I think that there's other games that can be played too. And I think some of our Middle European friends have been messing around with putting like a tab on the outboard flap to selectively create extra lift and drag and stuff like that. And under those circumstances, you might carry a little extra weight to bounce out the extra lift from the tab. Or conversely, if you build something like a classic airplane, a smoothie with a 2-inch wing offset, I think it's going to come into play where we start building the flaps at 1/8 inch wider or something like that, or putting a tab on the flap, or putting inboard tip weight until you get it right. So, but
Yeah,
I don't know if anybody's smart enough to say, well, go weigh your wing tip and then add a quarter ounce or something. I don't know that anybody's smart enough to do that right off. And I think it'll all be fixed in about a couple of days at the flying field, and you'll get it fixed. There's
Get
just
some clay and just,
just start adding, subtracting one side or the other.
Get it bench balanced, and then, add a 1/2 ounce of clay. You should be way over by that, and then start pinching off clay as you go.
I'm taking my tip weight and taking the tip weight out. And if that isn't enough, I take the tip weight and I try to stick it on the inboard wingtip, a slab at a time until I get there. So I don't know. It's not it's just
Not gonna
really
be an easy
interesting.
answer.
You can make a big, it's if you're just doing the static weight of the lines, that's one thing, but I really think where the weight of the lines comes into play is when we start doing square corners and we're making those lines change directions.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's why what it takes to make those lines change directions. I think that's what makes the airplane really jump and hinge and stuff. And I think that's what we really set our wingtip weight for, is what it takes to change the direction of the lines. Well, when that weight is, reduced to 1/5 what it was, the fraction is so tiny there that it's hard to imagine that we're going to need much at all. So.
Thank you very much for that explanation, Dennis.
Charles, I'm ready for you guys to share the stuff.
All right, let me make you big here. All righty, Tryon, you are huge.
All right. So.
Ooh, wow.
Let me switch you over so I can have access to the buttons. So this is where it all started, with the painting. Obviously, the yellow color goes first and the white color goes second. This is yellow being painted on some parts. You can probably see on the floor, the wings.
Yeah.
You see the fuselage here, parts everywhere, molds everywhere. Okay, this is the
what kind of paint are you
fuselage.
using again?
Huh?
What kind of paint did you use?
A class coat. Okay, so this is the fuselage being painted in place. Obviously, the elevator molds are here. This is when I take my elevator molds out of the mold, and you guys saw that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so these are the finished parts. Winging process. This is where I hold my stuff. You see, I have a drawer, big drawer. This is like a blueprint cabinet kind of thing. And I have a bunch of drawers that are thin like this, like maybe 3 inches thick maximum. And when I prep my stuff, I put it inside there and organize it. So when I make my parts, I just come out. Fuselage in a mold, in a vacuum bag. All parts here, you see the fuselage 2 parts and the two on the top. These are the molded parts for the nose. And obviously this is for the back of the fuselage. This is wing that's joined. You can see the root plate.
Right.
Holding everything together. You saw me when I took it apart.
Yeah, very nice.
Okay, wings. Just for sample, the wing is 157 grams. That's hinged, hardware installed, flaps in, lead out guides and lead out slider. Everything is built into it. So just so Mike is not mad at me. 157 divided by that. There you go. 5.54 ounces roughly. And that's a wing panel, right?
Wow.
It's not just the wing, it's the wing with the flaps and the hinge and everything, right?
That's really light.
So pictures, bottom of the wing, top of the wing. Here as I'm playing with some thermoforming of the raw cell. And as you can see, it has the shape of the mold here. So the way I did that, it's just put in a vacuum bag and pull it down hard. And then I use this heat gun on very high heat. And it's like you're painting a part, right? Obviously, it's going to damage the vacuum bag itself, but I'm going to dedicate a vacuum bag just for this purpose, and that's what I'm going to use it for from now on. So I don't care for it too much. No big deal. And you can see the corner here, and the tip is also formed, has a nice cup shape. Okay, landing gear struts. Obviously, you can ignore all this crap over here because they end up over here on that edge. So this is just from the mold, overrun and stuff like that. This is the fuselage when after it was joined, waiting. See the 2 halves and the nose here waiting. I put a tiny bit of down thrust for John's.
Thank you.
John's. So I have a little bit of out thrust and a little bit of down thrust on it. These are the molds for the landing gear. You can see how I make them. And you can also see that all of this crap here just belongs in that cavity over there in the center in between them, right?
Wow.
So fuselage. I'm already joining the fuselage with the pins and stuff like that. The locks are installed in here. And I want to tell you, it went together like it was nothing. I mean, all I did just open up the holes. I put drill and tap the stuff that I have to drill and tap. Everything came together just perfectly. If you run your finger over it like that, it's very nice. Okay.
Wow.
So
very nice.
We're talking less than a paper thickness of mismatching, and I think that's conservative. Okay. Nose, as it was coming out of the mold, obviously, 1/2. You see the 1/2 of the mold there, the other half here, and just like that. And this is just stuff it together with tape
That
to
looks
see how it's
nice.
gonna look.
That looks so nice.
So this is kind of the general look. I think it looks very nice. I mean, with a contrast between the yellow and white, which is very light color, and dark black, just like
very nice.
Has a punch to it. So
very nice. That looks really pretty.
That's all you get.
Wow, thank you very much. That is awesome.
So when do you think you have that in the air? Trying.
That could be at the end of the week.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm running through a little setback right now because of just a tiny setback because I can't find my bit that I used to cut the pockets into the wings and stuff like that. So it's no big deal. I order another one from McMaster. Should be here tomorrow. So that's my setback.
You can't find what again? What is it called?
It's just a longer bit, like it's an end mill that's going to be a little bit
end
longer
mill,
than the
okay.
regular stuff.
Right.
The regular, it's about 1.5 inches long, but I need something that's 2 inches at least.
Okay.
So I reach to where I need to reach. Some of it goes in the Dremel tool. Then I have an adapter on the end of it, and so like for example, this is my adapter that goes on the Dremel tool. The bit is going to go through the hole, obviously, and yeah, the bit goes through the hole, and this edge here, you see it, that runs on the edge of my template. And that's what I used to cut. So the bit has to stick out quite a bit, to about here.
Sure.
And right now it's sticking out just a little bit, about that much. So I cannot reach to do what I need, which is no big deal. I mean, just a little tiny setback. I'm should have to tool in tomorrow. No big deal.
You gonna put wheel pants on it, Trent?
Right now, I would like to, but I want to get a plane in the air first.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Yeah. So let's see what it does if I have weight to spare and stuff like that. But yeah, anyways, the weight, as you saw it on the last picture, that weight is 705 grams, which is 24 ounces and something.
Yeah.
For fuselage, nose, wings, tails, basically the whole airplane. Painted and ready to fly, basically. Obviously, I'm going to do some touch-ups on him, but I consider it painted and ready to fly right now. So.
Well, I tell you what, sure looks good.
Yeah, it looks great. I mean, when I put it together over there, I put it on the ground. It didn't look so much, on individual parts, right? But once you put it together, go like that.
Yeah, it looks nice. That looked very nice.
Yeah. So yeah, and again, if I may, second, here you go again. I did second, bam. So if you look at this whole paint job here, you can probably find all the elements that you find in the fuselage. You find them here. So like this step here and that, and it's right here, the step and this, right? And you have this piece that goes below, right? See that section over here,
right?
And you can also find it in here, kind of thing, right? And this is kind of a copy of that minus some of this breakages, stuff like that. But it looks together, right?
Looks great.
Yeah.
What color spinner are you going to put on there?
Probably just leave it silver.
He's got a very unique needle nose that has holes in it. It grabs air to throw back in the motor, and they really look good.
Yeah.
I mean, they really look good.
The Madonna spinner.
It is beautiful.
Yeah.
Very nice. Excellent work. Excellent.
Well, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I got to go fix my furnace.
Yeah, I'm going to have to leave too. All
right. Well, thanks, Steve,
I got a flying
for coming
date in the morning.
Yeah.
And thank you, Phil, for coming in.
Y'all be careful. We'll see you Friday. Everybody have a great week. Trey,
I'll
and
try
get
to
that
get
thing
more of
together and we'll
these
see how it
made
flies.
for you old guys.
I'm looking forward to getting together with you and flying mine. It's ready. I just am waiting to go with you.
Sure. Yeah. Whenever. Yeah.
Phil, before you go,
maybe we'll go and see Mark and go at his place. And
when he gets back home, if he ever gets back home, he's I don't know where he is tonight, but I guess he's still in Michigan.
Yeah, he's kind of everywhere every time.
Yeah.
Guys, take
hey,
care.
Phil, before you go, I got an Aero Tiger 36. I'm going to be putting up for sale.
How much you want for it?
$200.
Well, mark it.
This is number 94. It's an early one, but this was Mac Henry's. and this was on Max Tiyasaki. Larry Davis got the airplane, but I ended up with the engine. Now it doesn't have a tongue muffler. It's got the small OS muffler that goes with it.
That's fine.
If you're interested and you want it,
Yeah.
is that a yes?
Yes. Put it with other stuff.
Well, here's the thing, man. I need to box this up and ship it to you, and I need to get paid
Well,
for it.
go ahead and ship it then. And I'll get that for you. I'll
Yeah.
get a check off for you. I got to get some checks. I have. They sent my checks with my DOB on them and some other information that I didn't want on there. And I thought it was hard getting checks first time, but trying to get them to ship me the correct ones is, I don't know what's going on. Ain't nobody working. I don't know about other places, but the place in Greensboro, we got so angry we drove over there to CheckWrite, which is where they do their checks. And the place is open one day a week. So I asked the bank when I could expect my check. She said, we honestly don't know. So they gave me some counter checks. So anyway, go ahead. Anyway, guys, I'll see you Friday. Stay out of trouble. When are you going to sell the new ones?
Oh, I'm not.
Oh, okay. It sounds
Yeah.
good. Hang on to that one in, and I'll send it to me, and I'll get it.
Well, I need an address to ship it to. You need my address to send me some
We
money.
not sent back and forth. Does Mike have your address?
Mike who?
Hines. I'm not Mike. Steve. I'm sorry. Steve Hines. Does he have your address?
Steve might have it. Actually, are you going to see Will Davis anytime soon? Flying with them
Next Saturday.
next Saturday.
Not this Saturday. Next Saturday. This Saturday is going to be a rain out.
Well,
100%.
I am probably meeting Will in Sevierville because he has all the stuff he carried home from the Nats for me.
Yeah.
We're supposed to meet Friday this week.
Oh Lord.
I could give him this engine. You wanted that kit for your buddy.
Yeah.
I forget which one it even was, but it was 75.
EME 109.
And then an LA 46 runner for $50. So that's yeah, 325, I think. I can get all the stuff to Will, and Will can give it to you.
That sounds great. That's no problem.
Okay.
I'll see Will next weekend, and if he comes flying, he has to call me, tell me when he comes. Sometimes he thinks he's coming until the last minute, and then he calls and says, I can't make it. But anyway, I'm supposed to see him weekend after next.
Well,
not this weekend, but next weekend.
You'd probably get it quicker if the stuff was in North Carolina than if it was here. So
yeah, I'll catch him. Sounds great, but I got to get. Mama's saying you got to take the dog out. He really is a terrorist, guys. I'm not kidding you.
So I'm gonna send everything that way, and then we'll get caught up on payment.
Give him your address, and I can send you, if nothing else, I'll send you a what do they call it, counter check.
Yeah, no, check, Phil, check is fine, man. It's good.
Okay.
You got no PayPal, no Venmo, no.
I got PayPal. If you'll send the information, I can do it PayPal.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
That'd be great. Y'all be careful. Have a great week. I'll see you later.
See you later.
All right.
I knew Phil was going to jump on that Aero Tiger. I knew it. I was going to put it up on our site for $250, but I knew Phil wanted it, so I figure I'd let him have one.
Very cool. Yeah. Very nice.
And this is like I said, this was Max Aero Tiger, man. I love the fact that Randy signs his engines and he numbers all of them.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
We're still streaming, aren't we, Charles?
We are still streaming. Let me end the stream. Anyways,
I think I'm down, Charles.
All right. You leaving,
I
Bob?
got half the wing covered while we were talking.
Oh, very nice. Maybe make you big here. And then we'll end the stream after you show this here.
Just
Very good. Yeah, it looks good.
kind of a pain having to cover it with the flaps already in place, but it worked out
Yeah, it
not
would
too
be.
bad.
Yeah. You want to cover it before you put the flaps in place.
That's
Well,
that's a rescue.
This is a rescue wing off of a full body that I'm converting to a profile, so the flaps
Oh.
are already on it. I wasn't going to take them off.
It looks good, man.
And what film is that, Bob?
Let me check here. I don't even know. Oh, it's called balsa coat.
Balsa coat. Never heard of that.
Yeah, it's kind of like a cross between monocoat and solar film to work with, really.
All right.
But it's pretty cheap and it seems to work okay. So what the hell?
Yeah, gets the
Very
job
nice.
done.
That's the important thing. And you use that
Yep.
that laminate iron, right? You use that woodworker's iron. Is that right?
Yeah, the digital one here. I don't
Yeah.
even know what brand it is. They don't have a brand on it. I threw the box out, but I picked it up on Amazon and they advertise it as a woodworking one, but it's a model one. It's got the sock and the standard issue hot holder, the bent wire. So it's really a modeling one that they're trying to sell to woodworkers, I guess. But anyway, it was the only one available on Amazon. I think I paid 120 or 130 Canadian for it, something like that. But it's kind of neat having that digital change, and it seems pretty accurate. With this material, I just experimented a little bit, and I found putting it on 120 Celsius and shrinking at 150 seems to work.
Yeah.
And I just a few minutes ago discovered that it seems to have a memory recall on it too. When I push the right button sequence, it'll go to a preset temperature.
Now, did you use the heat gun to shrink it, or did you use
Oh, the main shrinking and the tips, I use my heat gun. Yeah, just the standard. I used to use an industrial heat gun until I picked this up a while ago, but with the industrial one, it's so easy to melt through.
Yeah. Well, that works great.
Get used to flow with this one.
Charles, don't be, I'm using this heat gun because that's the only one I have, man. It's otherwise you just use whatever heat gun you have on hand and you just work your way, get closer until you get the result that you are looking for, and that's it.
Right, but the Top Flight only has low and high. It doesn't have you can't really step it up like you can with your heat gun.
But like I said, you don't have to get right next to the material. Just stay away from it. Just close in a little bit at a time. Get closer, or see how it reacts, and if it's not enough, just get a little bit closer.
Like I was just saying with my old industrial heat gun, you can only turn it down so far. I mean, the high setting on the monocoat gun is lower than the low setting on a industrial gun. So I'd have to be at least a foot to 2 feet away and moving the gun fairly quick for shrinking.
That wouldn't be very practical.
Well, it seemed to work, but this is nicer. It's just taking getting used to for this thing I see has an air adjustment on the back too, so I can change the blow. I had it on low.
Yeah, I was
Interesting.
going to ask you about that because I've used that a little bit too. Adjust that thing in the back.
Come on.
Yeah. So and that table that I made when I put that grid work on it, glass table, that's real nice laying monocoat out on.
Oh yeah.
Because it gives me rough cutting guides. So
right.
I'm glad I did that.
Yeah.
Okay. On that note, good night,
Yeah, that's
guys.
cool.
Hey, good night, Bob. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate that.
Yeah, just for your information, I've added when I put the film on a plane and the paper, both together, I've added 1.72 ounces.
Wow.
1.7.
Yeah,
that's
there's no way you can do that with paint. Just put on just 1.2 ounces.
That's
No, 1.7.
2 coats of dope.
Yeah, that's very good.
Yeah, that's
with
the
that
paper
ring
on the
on,
fuselage and paper on the fuselage and the covering, all the ultra coat that I put on it.
Yeah, it didn't come out perfect, but with that nose ring and all the carved cowl or cheek cowl and all that on this profile, and it glossed over, there's no way I could have got away with it without that fix it. Because
Yeah,
I've never got any iron on this.
Monaco doesn't go to plywood very well, so that sticks it really helps.
It sticks
Yeah,
it.
well, this has a layer, a 1/2 ounce glass cloth over it too, so there was no hope of the Monaco sticking, film sticking to it without that extra. So it worked pretty good. Even in the engine compartment, it's not pretty, but it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to seal well.
Now, what's the other one? There's that Iron X, or I know there's another product I have. I don't think I have Stix It.
Balsa-Rite.
Balsa-Rite. Yeah, I think I've used Balsa-Rite. I haven't tried Stix It. Anybody use both of them? And
I have.
And what's your preference?
No preference. They're basically the same stuff.
Something I was wondering about if you could do with it, just a random thought tonight. You know, you used to be able to get that sealing stuff for when you're using Monocoat trim, for especially for, you know, sunburst corners and whatnot.
Trim seal or trim.
Yeah, and I
trim
can't
solvent.
find that anywhere now. And I'm really wondering if I thin this stuff down a bunch, if that might work for it.
That's an idea.
Yeah, Top Flight trim sealer is no more. You can't buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder if you
we'll
can
do an
find the
experiment with
white
this stuff,
sheets on it and see what it
SPs.
is.
Let you guys know. Might work. Who knows? I presume acetone or lacquer thinner and thin this stuff out. So probably says on it. I don't know.
They used to sell a thinner for it.
The Balsa
Oh, it
Rite
says
has a
it
thinner.
says to use Sig butyrate dope thinner. So Randolph, it is.
There you go.
Work. That'll work.
Okay. All right.
Well, all right. Bye-bye. Thanks, you guys. We're going to end the stream. I want to thank everybody very much. I appreciate you guys coming in. And at the end, we end up with 28 likes. We've had is, I think the total attendance was still around 25 viewers out there. So thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you have a chance to go in your shop or go fly, come back Friday night and tell us all about it. And we'll be here Friday, same bat time, same bat channel. We will see you again next Friday. Let me end the stream now.